Okay guys, so if you need a longer stretching day, if you're feeling a little tight, I'm just going to run through a couple stretches, full body stretching, so you can always do this video if the stretches at the end of our workout videos are not enough for you. Got it? I'm going to start with some standing stretching. So you can just go a little bit wide in the legs, however wide is comfortable for you, feet pointing forward. You're going to exhale and lower your chest towards your knee here. That's going to stretch out the hamstring. That's that back upper thigh muscle, right? So hold it there. Take a few deep breaths. And then you're going to walk your hands all the way to the opposite leg here. Grab onto your toes if you can. If you can't get that low, that's fine. Anywhere on your leg. You're just trying to go as low as you can go. So chest towards your knee. Exhale. Deep breath. And on your exhale, you're always going to try to get a little deeper into that stretch there. So you're going to hold that about 30 seconds to a minute on each side. Then you're going to try to bring your hands center. Again, if you can't get all the way down to the floor here, that's fine. Just try to keep a nice flat back, right? And sink those hips back. We're going to go inner thighs here, right? So again, you're trying to get nice and wide through the legs here. And sink the butt as close to the floor as you can. Using your arms, you're going to sort of push out above your knees, trying to widen the hips. This is going to be that inner hip stretch. You should feel a nice big stretch right there. Deep breaths. If it's hard for you to hold yourself up in that position, you can sit down on the floor and do a butterfly stretch. So feet together. Again, chest in the direction of your feet. So you're not trying to bring your head down, rather with a straight back. Exhale, chest towards your feet there. Woo! Nice deep breaths. This is your static stretching after your workout, so you're not really trying to bob a lot here. Just try to hold it nice and static. Really feel that stretch in those muscles you just worked. Obviously, this is also a great video to just do on a rest day, just to stretch out those muscles and use your body a little bit, so you're not just static in that position you were stuck in all day, right? This is especially a good one if you sit at a desk all day. This is really great. We're going to do a hip flexor and outer hip stretch here. So you're going to try to drop the front leg, shin, in line with your chest. So see how my leg is like 90 degrees here, shin in front of chest. And your back leg is going to be the hip flexor, so that you want to get as straight as you possibly can. If you feel tight through your hips, you might have to come up onto your fingertips here. Or even if you have like a book or something, or let's say the weight I'm going to use just to show you what I mean here, right? Just prop yourself up if you can't get all the way down. If you can, you're trying to sink down as close to the floor with your hips as possible. Deep breaths here. If it feels tight through your back to do this position, you can also bring the forearms down to the floor. Deep breaths, and then we're going to swing it to the other side. So switch, opposite leg goes back, the other leg comes forward. Yeah, it feels a little weird at first, but you're going to get used to it, right? Just try to get comfortable in that stretch there. Shin in front of your chest here. Trying to keep those hips pretty like parallel to each other. Is parallel the word I'm looking for? Yeah, like right next to each other, right? You don't want one side to be lifted or all the way back. You want your hips to be right in line there and driving towards the floor. You should feel this again through the hip flexor, which is that groin muscle in the back, the leg that's straight back, and through that outer hip muscle and the leg that's bent forward. So again, I'll show you where you should feel it on the other side. Here, right through that groin muscle. That's where you should feel it. Keep that leg super straight. And outer hip on that front leg. Good. We're going to go to quad stretch. We'll do that seated quad stretch. So knee bent back, right? Kick that leg back 90 degrees through your legs here. And you're just going to lean it back as far as you can. With that knee touching the floor, feeling it right through the quad, that front thigh muscle. And breathing through it, breathing through it. Again, try to get that low back in the direction of the floor, right? Press through that low back so that your hips and your spine are nice and neutral, and that quad is getting a nice stretch right there. Swing it over, opposite side. Kick that leg back. Show you a different angle if you can't see what I'm doing here. This knee is bent, this leg is back. You're getting 90 degrees through the legs here, and then you're going to lay back. again, if you feel really tight, you can come up on your hands. You don't have to be all the way down. Otherwise, you can go onto your elbows. If that feels comfortable, you can even move flat all the way down to your back. Just make sure low back is pressing against the floor. That's going to be a very intense stretch for that quad right there. And deep breaths. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. Try to belly breathe, so that means your belly should lift up when you inhale. Inhale, try to make a big fat belly. Exhale, bring that stomach in, right? You don't want to breathe through your chest. You don't want your chest lifting and your belly going in when you breathe. Rather, try to take a deep breath in and expand the stomach. And then breathe out and let all that air out. Good, let's come up here. Now we're going to do some arm stretching. We're going to start with, let's try a little shoulder stretch here. So we're going to do crossing our elbows one on top of the other. And try to reach around and grab your arms here like this. And you're going to try to lift up. There you should feel the stretch through the shoulder. Only one shoulder. You'll feel it through that side that you're pushing up. So the arm that's the elbows on top of the other one, that's where you should feel it. And then we're going to switch and do the other side. So you're trying to push that arm as much towards the sky as you can. If you can't link your hands all the way like this, that's okay if your palms are just together. Just lift, and then we're going to go opposite side. So the other elbow comes on top. And lift those hands towards the ceiling as high as you can. Good, that's going to be a nice big shoulder stretch there. Deep, deep breaths. Ooh, nice. Okay, good. Let's do a chest stretch now. So interlace your fingers behind your back. That's going to look like this. Right? Lock those fingers together. Then you're going to try to just lift the arms up until you feel that stretch right through the pecs. That's those chest muscles right there. So exhale, lift. Once you feel that stretch, just hold it right there. If you have like a couch or something, or a chair, anything like that, you can also prop your hands up and then just try to lean back into it. That will give you a bigger stretch there. And it's a little more comfortable because you don't have to do as much of the work, which I like. Nice breathing again. Recovering those muscles. Starting that post-workout recovery, right? Deep breaths. Ooh, that's a big chest stretch. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Good, let's take it to Cobra, onto your belly, right? Hands by your chest. Exhale, lift up. Remember, if you are tight there, you can keep the hips on the floor, right? And just go up into like a half pose there. Or you can take elbows to the floor and just do Sphinx. So you just want to feel it right through that back. Bring those shoulder blades together. Right, chest open. Take a big inhale, and on our exhale, we're going to sink our butt all the way back to our heels for child's pose. So inhale, exhale, send those hips all the way back to your heels. Bringing that butt nice and close to your heels. Press the palms through the mat. You want to be bringing those shoulder blades back, really squeezing through it so you feel it in the backs of your shoulders. Elbows are off the mat, pressing through. Deep breaths in through your nose. Let it all out. You can even just rub your forehead against the mat. I like to get a nice little head massage there. Good, and take it back to Cobra. Ooh, we're going to do that whole little sequence one more time. So from Cobra, deep breath, send it back to child's pose. Good, now we're going to do another little back stretch here, so you can lay on your back and take your feet about the width of your mat here. So it's like a little more than hip width apart. Knees bent up. You can take your arms wide if you want here. That will just open up the chest more. And then you're just going to exhale. Drop both knees to the same side here. I'll show you a different angle in a second. You just want to feel a slight rotation through the back there, stretching it out. And you're going to take them, send them both the other way. Got it? So here's what it looks like from this angle. Knees up, right? Just drop them both to the same side, right? Windshield, windshield, right on over there. Got it? Good. Another back stretch here. You're going to lay on your back. We're going to take one knee and hug it right towards the center of your chest. So again, back against the floor. Just scooping up that hip a little bit just to catch your knee there. So just as close as you can towards your chest. If you only get here, that's fine. Just as close as you can get it. And then you're going to send that knee to the floor on the opposite side of the body. So again, you're going to feel a nice big stretch through the back. Trying to keep that other hip on the floor. Just bring this knee towards the opposite side of the body. Hug it center and straighten. Now we're going to do the other side. So hug it towards the chest. After a couple seconds there, you're going to send that knee opposite side, right? See, that's where you want to feel a nice big stretch through the back. Other hip is still against the floor. Just this knee is driving towards the floor. Oh, that feels nice. Good. Hug it in tight and straighten. Now we're going to do happy baby, right? Bring those legs up. You're going to grab the inside of your heels here. And this is going to be a nice big hip opener. So again, low back is against the floor. Just that tailbone is scooped up. You're going to grab those heels, pull it in, and you can just even rock there or just pull it and hold it. You just really want to be opening up the chest. Looks funny, but it feels great. Telling you, you're going to love this one. You can also reach around the feet and grab the outside of the heel like that and just pull those hips apart. Just get a really nice deep hip stretch, right? That is a great one. Now we're going to do an outer hip stretch here. So you're going to sit up, cross the leg. See, my leg is going across the body, so knee in front of the chest. You're going to grab that knee as close to your chest as you can. You can even use your other elbow to sort of just grab it in there like a hook. Straighten out your back nice and tall. That's going to intensify the stretch right through that outer hip muscle here. This leg can be straight or bent. It really doesn't matter that much. Just nice deep stretches. Make sure you're feeling that stretch right there. If not, hook that leg in tighter and sit a little taller. It will make that stretch really nice and intense. And your upper body is sort of leaning towards the direction of the side of the leg that you're hugging, right? So the hip that feels the stretch, that's where you're leaning towards. Good. Opposite side, same thing, hug in that knee. You can also cross the leg there, whatever is more comfortable. Hook it in with the opposite elbow. Leaning towards that side that's hugged. Right, towards the leg you're hugging, that's where you're looking towards. Body nice and tall. That's that outer hip, feeling good, feeling good. Good, and I know people are very tight in the hamstrings a lot, so here's just going to be another intense hamstring stretch for you. Go onto one knee. Pretty like your leaning body weight is held by this knee. Your other leg is going to be sent straight forward. We're going to lift arms towards the sky, and on your exhale, you're just going to lean down chest towards knee again and try to catch onto your foot. You can also hold on to the floor, hold on to your leg, anything that's comfortable. You're just trying to get that chest as close to the knee as possible. Again, if you're really tight here, you can use that weight or books or whatever you need to try to hold yourself up here. You just want to feel that really intensely right here through that hamstring. Breathe into it. If you feel like you can get even further in there, you can bring that back leg further and try to get really low there. That's going to be a very intense hamstring stretch. Bring it around. We're going to do that other leg. Send the opposite leg forward. On the other knee you go. Lifting nice and tall through the spine. Exhale, bend it forward. Right? Again, anything to make you feel that stretch right through there. When you feel like you have a nice big stretch, hold it static. No need to rock or adjust yourself too much. Just get comfortable there and hold. Remember, we want about 30 seconds to a minute on each stretch after your workout. Oh, and there we go. There you have it, folks. That is a nice longer stretching sequence if you need it after a workout day, or if you just want to do it on a rest day. It is amazing, feels great. Love you guys. See you next time.